Deep beneath the shimmering surface of the vast ocean lies an ancient mystery, a realm hidden from the light of day where time appears to have paused its relentless march. In these dark, unexplored depths rests the legend of a city once celebrated for its boundless artistry, arcane wisdom, and vibrant culture. This is not merely a tale of deserted ruins. It is the chronicle of a lost civilization whose radiance paralleled even the most fabled of myths. For ages, murmurs through coastal villages and sailors' yarns spoke of a metropolis that flourished with creativity and magic, only to be overwhelmed by the inexorable forces of nature. With each crashing wave, the secrets of this sunken city beckon the brave to discover the forgotten splendor that now lies in silent repose. In recounting this epic narrative, I invoke images of vast underwater plazas where marble columns lie in ruins and intricate mosaics shimmer beneath layers of silt. The city's story is one of soaring triumphs and heart-wrenching downfall, a civilization that dared to dream, only to be swallowed by the sea's mysterious depths. Its lingering allure reminds us that even the grandest achievements can be lost to time, yet they continue to spark wonder and adventure. As we embark on this journey into the abyss, allow your imagination to wander through ancient corridors, where shadows hint at untold secrets and every ripple of the current whispers of past glories. This is the chronicle of a long-forgotten era, a narrative that intertwines myth with the visceral pulse of human ambition. Deep within the crumbling pages of time, chronicles speak of a luminary civilization that once graced the ocean's edge. The Sunken City, believed by many to be a mysterious counterpart to Atlantis, was reputed for its dazzling splendor and advanced knowledge that bridged mysticism with the sciences of art and architecture. Ancient stone tablets, weathered scrolls, and the faded echoes of folklore converged to form a portrait of this remarkable society. Its inhabitants were architects of a visionary culture, builders of majestic temples, sculptors of intricate bas-reliefs, and keepers of an esoteric lore passed down through generations. Their legacy, now submerged and half-forgotten, remains encoded in enigmatic symbols and motifs that hint at rituals, divinations, and a deep communion with nature. Historians and wandering lore masters have long debated the catalyst that led to the city's demise. Some assert that a cataclysmic natural disaster, perhaps a titanic earthquake or a violent, unyielding tempest, reshaped the coastline and forced the metropolis into the waiting arms of the sea. Others whisper of divine retribution, of an indignant force that sought to humble the pride of men who defied the natural order. The art and architecture of the sunken city reveal a duality of light and darkness. Soaring spires and luminous frescoes stand in stark contrast to cryptic carvings and ominous omens. Intricate mosaics, once celebrating life and prosperity, now tell a more somber tale of ambition, warning future generations of the peril inherent in tampering with forces far beyond mortal ken. As I trace these historical threads, the narrative weaves itself between the certainty of documented lore and the tantalizing mystery of myth, inviting us to ponder the fragile boundary between human achievement and the vast, inscrutable power of nature. As the call of ancient secrets resounded through the corridors of scholarly archives and whispered among seasoned mariners, a band of explorers gathered on the precipice of the unknown. With resolute hearts and meticulously planned strategies, they set forth from the confines of the familiar world into an aquatic realm that promised both breathtaking wonder and ominous peril. Their preparations were as measured as they were daring, poring over archaic maps with symbols that defied contemporary understanding, deciphering weathered inscriptions that narrated centuries-old legends, and equipping themselves with specialized gear designed to withstand the pressure of the deep. Every detail exuded the spirit of adventure, as if fate itself had intertwined the destinies of these intrepid souls with the legacy of the sunken city. In the silent embrace of the open sea, the expedition began under a sky heavy with the promise of mystery. The team, guided by an unyielding desire to reconnect with lost history, navigated treacherous underwater canyons and moaning, kelp-draped arches. Along this journey of discovery, they encountered both natural marvels and subtle hints of something beyond the ordinary. Eerie echoes resonated in vast underwater caverns, and ghostly beams of light broke through the water's surface in sporadic, almost deliberate patterns. Each stroke of the oar and every measured maneuver was laden with the anticipation of unraveling secrets that had lain dormant for millennia. The explorers pressed on despite unpredictable underwater currents that twisted like serpents, challenging their resolve and testing their ingenuity. Woven into the fabric of their journey was a palpable mixture of awe, trepidation, and boundless curiosity. As they moved deeper, ancient ruins began to emerge from the silt, a grand plaza marked by toppled columns and intricate statues now softened by the relentless embrace of time. The environment itself seemed to whisper reminders of bygone eras, urging these modern adventurers to piece together the mosaic of history. Each submerged relic and every subtle rumble of the ocean floor hinted at the rich tapestry of life that once thrived there. The expedition was not solely a quest for tangible treasures. It was an odyssey meant to revive a glorious chapter of history, a narrative that intertwined man's eternal yearning for knowledge with nature's indomitable will. With each pulse of the deep, the currents of fate carried them ever closer to the threshold of revelation, a point where the past and present converged in the watery labyrinth of the submerged city. Amidst the labyrinth of collapsed arches and weathered stone, the explorers encountered a discovery that would redefine their quest. In what appeared to be the remains of a grand palace, half entombed by the relentless sands of time and the embrace of the sea, glimmered an array of mysterious artifacts. These relics, inscribed with symbols that defied modern understanding and glowing faintly with an otherworldly luminescence, told stories of a civilization steeped in both magic and science. Each artifact bore the unmistakable imprint of an advanced society, delicate metalwork interlaced with precious stones, inscribed tablets that chronicled epic narratives, and ornate talismans whose designs were at once mesmerizing and cryptic. Under the careful gaze of the narrator's account, the process of discovery unfolded like a well-kept secret gradually revealed. The explorers examined relics that resembled keys not only to hidden chambers but to the soul of the lost culture itself. Their careful handling of these ancient pieces, aided by modern techniques blended with respectful ancient rituals, sparked an intriguing interplay between the past and present. In dimly lit underwater halls, the artifacts seemed to resonate with a delayed heartbeat, a pulse that hinted at a long-dormant magic waiting to be revived. The interplay of light filtering through the azure water further accentuated the intricate patterns etched upon the relics, imbuing them with a sense of both fragile beauty and formidable power. Here, science and sorcery converged in a delicate dance, as if the very essence of the city was encoded within these enchanted remnants. The discovery was not simply a matter of unearthing physical treasures, but of unveiling the layered narrative of a people who once dared to harness the latent energies of the world around them. In these submerged vestiges, the explorers found living testament to an era that remains as enigmatic as it is alluring, a chapter of history that continues to whisper its secrets to those bold enough to listen. As the explorers delved deeper into the heart of the submerged palace, layers of history began to unravel into a tapestry of myth and caution. In the dim corridors adorned with faded murals, the narrative pointed to a curse that had long shadowed the fate of the sunken city. Ancient writings and battered inscriptions recounted warnings of a mysterious force that haunted these very ruins, a force embodied in the form of a powerful aquatic guardian. This protector, born of the ocean's wrath and sorrowful lament, was said to be charged with guarding treasures beyond mortal comprehension. The legends painted a picture of a divine retribution, a spiritual sentinel set upon watch over a treasury cursed by the hubris of its makers. Through careful examination of cryptic symbols and the careful notes chronicled by earlier voyagers, the explorers began to piece together the enigmatic lore. Every shattered fragment of a wall, every eerie carving on a stone, seemed to tell a story of both wonder and warning. The aquatic guardian, which the legend spoke of in hushed reverence, was not merely an allegory but a tangible force believed to animate the ruins. Its presence was intimated by sudden pulses of energy and unexplainable shifts in the underwater currents. A blend of ancient artistry and foreboding myth wove an atmosphere thick with tension, a reminder that the cursed treasury was both a symbol of lost magnificence and a beacon of impending peril. In the interplay of myth and reality, the Guardian emerged as the nexus of the city's tragic fate and enduring mystery, its legend ensnaring the hearts of all who ventured into this forgotten world. Within the labyrinthine corridors of the sunken city, the explorers found themselves suddenly face to face with challenges that transcended the ordinary. As if summoned by the ancient curse, the environment grew increasingly volatile and enigmatic. Shadows that danced along the decaying walls shifted with a life of their own, and the once silent ruins echoed with mysterious sounds, whispers of voices long silenced and the distant rumble of unseen forces. Every step taken through waterlogged passageways was a confrontation with the unpredictable, jagged debris that threatened to trap the unwary in currents that roared like ancient banshees. This was a realm where every ripple, every burst of sediment, carried with it the lingering weight of age-old consequences. In the heart of this eerie battleground, the presence of the fabled aquatic guardian became undeniably tangible. Without warning, an immense force stirred in the darkness, a surge of swirling energy that disrupted the fragile balance of light and shadow. It was as if the guardian of both treasure and torment, had chosen this precise moment to make itself known. The explorers, though driven by their indomitable will, felt the overwhelming presence of a power that challenged their very resolve. In this crucible of fear and bravery, the natural and supernatural converged, the unyielding might of nature clashing with the mysteries of ancient magic. Every stroke of effort, every heartbeat in this confrontation, etched the memory of this struggle into the annals of the submerged city, a testament to the perilous cost of unearthing long-forgotten secrets. At the zenith of their arduous journey, the explorers reached the sanctum of the submerged palace where the full magnitude of the mystical legacy was unveiled. Here, in a grand chamber carved by time and tide, the truth of the ancient curse and the identity of the elusive guardian were laid bare. Bathed in the eerie luminescence of ancient runes, the explorers witnessed a convergence of prophecy and destiny that transcended mere survival. The aquatic guardian, a magnificent force both revered and feared, revealed itself in a moment of sublime revelation, its presence a living bridge between past and future. In that fleeting, powerful moment, the explorers perceived that their relentless quest was not only a journey through ruins but a confrontation with fate itself, a turning point that challenged the very fabric of their understanding. The revelations that unfolded here reshaped every assumption, setting the stage for the inevitable reckoning between human ambition and the everlasting currents of destiny. In the quiet aftermath of this extraordinary odyssey, the sunken city stands as both a relic of bygone wonders and a beacon for future explorers. Reflecting upon the journey, from the echoing legends to the tangible pulse of ancient magic, it is evident that the secrets of this underwater realm continue to inspire and confound. The tale of the cursed treasury, the mystical guardian, and the lost civilization invites us to look deeper into the mysteries that lie beneath everyday life. Let this narrative spark your curiosity, for every unexplored shadow may hide a story waiting to be told.